Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to our chemistry class. Today we are going to continue our topic on benzene friends. Okay. In our previous class we have seen the evidences in favor of Kekulé structures. Today we will see the objections or the objections against Kekulé's formula. Okay friends, let us see the first objection. Okay. Ladenburg pointed out that on the basis of Kekulé's formula, the ortho-disubstituted derivative of benzene should exist in two forms and not one form. So, means based on the Kekulé's formula, okay? Based on Kekulé's formula, Ladenburg pointed out. What he pointed out means, okay, the ortho-disubstituted derivative of benzene, okay? Ortho disubstituted derivative of benzene should exist in two forms but not in one form. So this is the objection of Ladenburg on Kekulé's formula. Of course, Kekulé explained this objection by proposing that, see, let us observe these two structures friends. Okay, see, try to understand this. See, these are the substituents. Okay, assume that these are the substituents. Okay, here the substituents are present in between the double bonds. Okay, the substituents are present in between the double bonds. Okay, see, double bond between two adjacent carbon atoms. Okay, double bond between two adjacent carbon atoms, and here the substituents are present. Observe this. Okay, here single bond between two adjacent carbon atoms. Okay, between two adjacent carbon atoms single bond is present, and near to this the substituents are present. Okay, so that means actually this is the Ladenburg, okay, Ladenburg point, because he pointed that, okay, ortho disubstituted derivatives of benzene should exist in two forms. Okay, this is the point of Ladenburg. Of course, Kekulé explained this objection. How he explained means he said that double bonds in benzene ring were continuously oscillating between two adjacent positions. Okay, he said that the double bonds in benzene continuously oscillate. Okay, of course, this the point, okay, the Ladenburg's point was explained by Kekulé. Hope you understood. Okay, see, next, of course, these are the resonance forms. Means here the double bonds are continuously oscillating. Okay, this was the proof or the explanation given to Ladenburg by our Kekulé. Next, thus the positions of 2 6 are really symmetrical. Okay, see, these are the 2 6. 2 6 are really symmetrical with respect to position of 1. Okay, with respect to 1, 2 and 6 are symmetrical, we know that. And the orthoisomers 1 2 or 1 6 represents the same compound. Okay, see, 1 2 and 1 6, these are symmetrical. Of course, these two represents the same compound. Okay, hope you understood the first objection and explanation to the first objection. Next, second objection friends, this is most important friends. Okay, see, second objection, in spite of the fact that benzene molecule consists of 3 double bonds, it is stable towards oxidizing agents. We know that. Okay, benzene molecule consists of 3 double bonds. Yes, and it is stable towards oxidizing agents. Already we discussed these points. Okay, it is stable towards strong oxidizing agents also. No, so it is stable towards oxidizing agents. Actually, benzene behaves as a saturated and extra stable molecule. Okay, of course, we know benzene have double bonds. Means we know that usually benzene is unsaturated, but benzene behaves as saturated. Okay, it behaves like that. It is having a single bond and extra stable molecule, as it does not decolorize the bromine water and Bayer's reagent. This point is very important friends. Okay, actually benzene behaves as saturated. See, it is actually not saturation, but here it is behaving. Okay, actually benzene behaves as a saturated and extra stable molecule, as it does not decolorize bromine water and Bayer's reagent. Okay, next, it shows substitution reactions. Yes, it shows substitution reactions, we know. Okay, it was shown by Willstatter. Okay, it was shown by Willstatter that a similar closed chain compound cyclooctatetraene, though contains alternate single and double bonds similar to benzene, is not so stable as benzene. Okay, here the point of Willstatter is similar to benzene cyclooctatetraene also have alternate single and double bonds. We know in benzene alternate single and double bonds are present. So similar to benzene, in cyclooctatetraene also alternate single and double bonds are present, but it is not that much stable when compared to benzene. So this is the point arised by the Willstatter. Okay, to explain the second objection, so to explain the Willstatter's objection, many modifications were suggested, okay, by proposing other formula, but none of them were found to be entirely satisfactory. Okay, that means second objection was not satisfactorily explained by anyone. Okay, see, this is the cyclooctatetraene. Okay, next, see friends, now I will tell about some other formulae of benzene, friends. Okay, these are the most important point, friends, and these are of course very interesting, friends. Okay, let us see quickly. See some other formulae of benzene. First one, Ledenberg's prism formula. Okay, Ledenberg's prism formula. According to the Ledenberg, this is the prism formula for the benzene. Okay, according to him, each carbon atom is linked with 3 carbon atoms. See, this carbon is attached with 3 carbon atoms. Similarly, you may take any carbon atom. Okay, see what they told, each carbon atom is linked with 3 other carbon atoms. Okay, and fourth valency is satisfied by hydrogen. Okay, for an example, this is the carbon and this carbon is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. We know the valency of carbon is 4, so that fourth valency is satisfied by the hydrogen. Okay, this is the stable structure and there is no unsaturation. So according to the Ledenberg's prism formula, he said that unsaturation is absent in benzene. Further, this formula, okay, demands 2 ortho derivatives. Okay, as he said that it has no unsaturation, that means he is saying that it is saturated and it should demands, means it should have 2 ortho derivatives. So according to the Ledenberg, this is okay. Next, Ledenberg's formula is a 3-dimensional structure. Okay, this is a 3-dimensional structure. Okay, whereas X-ray studies of benzene molecules, so according to him, this is a 3-dimensional structure, but X-ray studies of benzene molecules indicates that this is a planar structure. Okay, this is a planar structure. This formula fails to account for reduction and addition reaction. So Ledenberg's prism formula fails to account for reduction and addition reactions. Next, second one, that is Claus diagonal formula. Okay, Claus diagonal formula. See, according to the Claus diagonal formula, same thing, friends. The carbon is linked to other 3 carbon atoms. See, if we take this carbon atoms, this carbon is attached to 1, 2, 3. So the carbon is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. Okay, 2 are the neighboring. Okay, 2 are the neighboring carbon atoms and 1 is diagonally opposite. Okay, and this also, friends, the same thing. This fails to account for reduction and addition reactions. Now here also, friends, the same thing. The formula fails to account the reduction and addition products. Okay, however, the formula explains the simultaneous formation of ortho and para isomers. Okay, this Claus's diagonal formula explains the, means here the simultaneously ortho and para isomers are formed. Okay, this is the thing which is explained based on the Claus's diagonal formula. Next, lengthening of bonds brings instability. Thus the formula is against the stability of benzene molecules. Okay, in this Claus's diagonal formula, lengthening of the bonds, okay, leads to instability. Okay, and thus the formula is against the stability of benzene molecules. Next, friends, Dewars parallel formula. Okay, Dewars parallel formula. Okay, here we know that, see, oxidation of quinol. Okay, oxidation of quinol gives benzoquinone. We know this. Okay, this is electrolytic oxidation. Okay, electrolytic oxidation of quinol gives benzoquinone. Okay, so this means electrolytic oxidation of quinol gives benzoquinone, and which supports this formula. Okay, but it was rejected on the ground that it was not symmetrical. See, if we observe Dewars parallel formula, it doesn't seems to be symmetrical, so it was not symmetrical, so this was rejected. Okay, X-ray determination shows that length of all carbon-carbon linkages, we know that X-ray study shows that carbon-carbon linkages, means here it should be 1.40 angstroms. Okay, but the length of para bond in this formula is 2.80, which is very high. No, actually our value should be 1.40, but here it seems to be 2.80. So it is not accepted. Okay friends, next Armstrong and Bayer's centric formula. Okay, Armstrong and Bayer's centric formula. Okay, in this formula, fourth valency of each carbon atom is directed towards the center. So according to this Armstrong and Bayer's centric formula, okay, fourth valency of each carbon atom is directed towards the center friends. Okay, fourth valency is directed towards the center like this. Okay, the fourth valency is directed towards the center. Okay, by the mutual action of these valencies, a state of equilibrium is reached in the ring, which accounts for the aromatic properties. So according to this, we know the fourth valency is pointed towards the center. Okay, so that a state of equilibrium is reached and which accounts for aromatic properties. Okay, these valencies become very active during the course of reaction. So during the course of reaction, these valencies which are directed towards the center, they become very